Okay. That's two of you, right? Okay, I will just give you some few minutes to do your presentation because I have some issues to discuss now with you. Because we agreed that we'll start our syndicate this week. So what I will do now is that the two of you that are still outstanding, are you ready with it now? Are you people ready now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will just give you 10 minutes to do it so that we will go to other issues. All right, so go ahead. Is it Absalom now?
Let him go first. I'll go second.
Who should go first?
Hello, sir. The course is the PPG. Hello, sir. I'm Bolajolo, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Are you ready?
The course is the PPG 807. Letter is the Father Emmanuel Ejimon. I don't know if it's the same, sir.
Reverend Father Emmanuel?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready to present now or what? You are seeing. That's your please. You are taking our time. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
What's the topic? What is your topic?
Integrate Nigerian public policy vis-a-vis democracy, quality representation, and citizenry involvement.
Pardon?
Sir, I think he entered the wrong link. Oh. This is not his class.
I think so. Okay. I think so.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Which course are you?
MSc Public Policy and Governance.
No. I think it's the wrong class.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir.
It's the wrong class. This is peace education.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Yeah. Okay, Kosi, you raise your hand. Kosi, you raise your hand.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, please, this link is the link that is sent to the general group chat for policy formation and implementation. Because when I even saw you on the phone screen, I was even confused. I was like, you don't take me the course. This is the link sent on the group chat too. If we click it, it will take us to this class.
Is that so?
Yes.
So how comes are we in this class again?
Like I've joined out. I've left the class 3 times. And went back to the WhatsApp and clicked the same link, and it still brought me back here.
Can you call Naomi, please?
Okay, sir. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Let her rectify that.
Hello, Prof. I've not presented.
I haven't neither.
It seems there are some people who are not
in peace education here again. So maybe they have to sort it out.
There's a what?
Some students are not for peace education, but they join the link. So maybe for the sake of those who don't know, they say this is class for peace education. If you are not in peace education, you are in the wrong class.
The course I'm teaching here is peace education now. This link is for peace education. Okay. Well, today I wanted to give us.
Prof, two people said they've not presented yet.
But I've been crying. People say I've been crying. People, nobody is presenting. So do I wait for them? I asked those of them who have not presented to do a presentation. Nobody is saying anything. So you can't waste my time now. I have a lot of work to do. I have other courses ahead of me, please. If you're not doing the presentation, that's your own, because I gave you the opportunity to present. You didn't represent. So what's my problem again? I asked the question, how many of you have not presented? You kept quiet.
No, we said, I said I'm not.
Why are they not talking?
I'm ready to present. I've not presented.
Then why did you talk then?
I spoke out now before that lady said they entered the wrong class.
Prof, I don't know whether I'm in the right.
Please go ahead and make your presentation.
Okay, thank you, Prof. My topic is to examine the dynamics and trends of insurgency and terrorism in Nigeria and the implications for global security.
Examine what?
The topic is to examine the dynamics and trends of insurgency and terrorism in Nigeria and their implication for global security.
Okay, go ahead.
So as a background, at the moment, Nigeria is faced with a lot of security challenges that arise from different insurgency and terrorism across both the Northeast, the Niger Delta, and even in the Northwest and the Southeast. Some of these conflicts have created a lot of damages and so some of these conflicts have led to loss of life and property, both at the national and the regional level. And this also have implications across the nation and the global environment. So in this paper, we try to look at these dynamics, we look at the trends, exploring some of the key incidents like the Boko Haram, the IPOB in the Southeast, looks at the Northwest, the bandits in the Northwest, and then we also try to look at the motivations. Why are these activities spanning or growing in Nigeria? He also tries to look at how these conflicts connect to the international networks and how Boko Haram's affiliation, for example, with ISIS and Al-Qaeda has kind of worsened the ongoing threats in Nigeria. So, like I said, the paper tries to look at different conflicts and also look at how these conflicts have led to different humanitarian needs, and also looks at the various interventions that have been designed to resolve this conflict around things around dialogue and reconciliation committees that have been formed both at the national and the global level. So also one of the things, like I said, the paper examines both the insurgencies and also looks at the challenges in the Niger Delta that relates to resource control, and environment kind of created fertile ground for one of Boko Haram has duplicated security architecture in the northwest. So some of the international dimensions that we have seen will be in relation to the involvement of terrorist groups like ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and in some places, the affiliation of some of these groups to international organizations. For example, there's that potential linkage between the bandits that are operating in different parts of the country with potential jihadists across the South Central African, where we have a lot of issues. So one of the things that the paper also explores is in terms of the financial networks and external support that is sustaining some of these issues in the country. So the paper tries to look at the influence of these financial networks as it relates to the sustainability and the ongoing crisis. I've also mentioned in the passing the human cost, the loss of property that has been associated with this thing, in addition to the humanitarian crisis, how this impacts both the civilian population and the most vulnerable people within these places that we have witnessed the outbreak and upsurge in terms of terrorism and in terms of insurgency. Of course, the Boko Haram issue in the Northeast still stands out as one of the greatest threats to peaceful coexistence in that region. We've also seen some of the consequences around human rights abuses and atrocities that have emanated from these, whether they are terrorism or banditry. We see that in those instances, there's multiple cases of, there are reported cases of violation of rights of people, particularly women, children, and vulnerable adults. So we've seen how this has impacted, like I said, the vulnerable population, and how it has also worsened the food insecurity, particularly in places like the North Central, places like Benue, Plateau. We just read recently about the ongoing crisis in Benue, Plateau, the attacks that have further led to abandonment of farmlands that has worsened the food security problem in the country. So like I said, some of these things has also kind of led to challenges in terms of governance. Government at the national level is struggling to curtail some of these things. We've had the response of Nigerian government in terms of deploying military security personnel to these affected areas, but they've not truly yielded the desired result, because we've seen recently that the deployment of the chief of the army defense staff to the Northeast to be able to provide more motivation to soldiers who are deployed in that region. So like I said, we've seen the economic impact, and then also the developmental challenges that this crisis have brought. So in terms of the global security, we're looking at what is the implications both for our regional, Nigeria is part of ECOWAS and some other sub-regional groups, and internationally. So these things have also impacted in terms of the regional stability of the ECOWAS region. So we've seen the involvement, the occurrences in the Sahel region, Chad, Niger. We have seen the spillover effects and how that has destabilized countries in the Lake Chad region. So we've seen that regional instability that is still persisting. We have also seen the threats to international security. And we all know that from time to time, the classification of a country has been when they do their security classification and identify a country as being in the red alert region, it means that travel advisories are issued based on the happenings on the ground in order to secure international tourists or visitors to those places. It also has some effect on migration and displacement, because increasingly we have recorded massive number of displacements, even though in places like Maiduguri, where the governor has decided to take out IDPs from the camp. About 6,000 IDPs were recently sent back to their home villages. But we all know that this thing has led to massive displacement of people, whether it is in the north central or in the northwest or in the southeast, and that this displacement, of course, has also come with massive humanitarian challenges. And this has also led, in terms of international politics, that has also kind of fueled the migration of Nigerians from these affected places where they do not perceive that the government is able to provide security and safety for them. They've migrated out of the country in search of not necessarily greener pasture, but at times in search of rest of mind. Let me put it that way. So these are some of the issues that this paper explores. And then, like I said, to conclude, the paper looks at major insurgencies and terrorism activities in Nigeria, identifying some of those key terrorist groups or groups that have been identified as kind of causing challenges in those places. Like we mentioned, Boko Haram, the IPOB, the bandits in the northwest. We've also seen how these things have led to humanitarian crisis, how people have migrated out of the country, led to massive displacement problem in the country, and also worsened the existing security challenges, particularly when you look at the regional arrangements. I mean, around areas in the Sahel, Nigeria's boundary with Cameroon, Chad, Niger, and all of those countries. Thank you.
Okay, can I request for reaction from members of the class? Please, we have 3 minutes to do that. Can I get a reaction from the class? Solomon.
Yes, sir.
Can you react, please?
Thank you. Yes, okay. We thank Woke for the Woke answer for the presentation. It's a good presentation. You talked about the dynamics of politics, but I mean dynamics of insurgency. So in the course of the presentation, I was expecting whether he will talk about some of the solutions, some of the ways that this can be tackled. So maybe if you can add that to it, I think it will make the presentation to be a good one. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Somebody again?
Thank you, Prof. Apart from some of the solutions, I was also expecting that we will have the recommendation outlined and a conclusion. But it just ended abruptly after explaining the work. There was no summary and recommendation.
Yes. Last person now.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I think it's just my own is just contribution. Maybe if you can just help us to get more on some of the groups associated with the bandits and also the characteristics of some of these groups. Because I think he was trying to tell us identify the groups, plus some of the groups that we need to know, the characteristics of some of these groups.
Okay. Have you taken note of those contributions, please?
Yes, sir.
Now, you are to examine the dynamics and trends of what? Insurgency. All right?
Yes.
And then you look at the implication for what? Global peace.
Yes.
All right? Now, my question is this. Throughout that your paper, I didn't see you. How did you conceptualize insurgency here? What is insurgency? What is insurgency? What is insurgency? That you have not actually told us. This your paper is below average. We cannot use paper now as a yardstick for people to get anything out of it. You didn't even conceptualize what are the concepts that relate to insurgency. You didn't distinguish between insurgency and banditry. You didn't look at what is really that. What is it? Number two, you did not even discuss the theories behind insurgency. This is an academic work. This is to play out. Number three, your work is not organized. You go to and fro. You need to come out clearly and tell us what are even the causes of this insurgency. What are those things? What are the triggers of the insurgency? So in trying to discuss the trigger of the insurgency, it will now reflect it and you discuss against the background, the dynamic and the trend. Yes, you said some of them come from neighboring states. Yes, some of them come from SYZ. Yes, some of them spread to southeast. Yes, some of them to north central. Yes, but then the pattern is that what are the factors that actually trigger all of these things? They come for what? They come there for what? If they go to north central for what? So you need to take us to the underlying root causes, all of this, and the factors. Next, it is important that you bring out the effects. Yes, I know you talk about displaced population as well, the effect, yes. Is that the only effect we are seeing here? What are the effects on food insecurity? What are the effects on destruction of lives? What are the effects on environmental destruction, and so on? And finally, just like somebody said, it's important for you to come up with your recommendations. You didn't come with any recommendations. This paper is highly defective. So let me use it now as a springboard to those of you who will apparently look at this paper, this area. The dynamics, the trends of insurgency in Nigeria followed patterns of the causative factors. For instance, if the insurgency is linked to resources, all right? If the insurgency is linked to resources such as mineral resources, you will find out that if you take the pattern of the center stage of those epicenter of those minerals, and so the attack will apparently be in that area. Now, the Boko Haram, for instance, if you see it relies on expansion, it's an expansionist theory, because in it is ideological perspective. In it is expansionist perspective. So it's more or less an expansionist theory perspective that you look at it from that angle. So each pattern follows a theoretical framework that you ought to have discussed along that line. So I will ask you to redo this paper again. I want to have it on Monday, please. Are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, redo this paper and let me have it on Monday. because the paper is below average, apparently, if I'm to score you. All right?
Yes, sir. I heard you, sir.
Good. Who is the second person to present? Is it Fola Shade?
I've presented, sir. Olashade, I've presented.
Who is the second person? Who is the second person now? So if there's nobody, it means that we are taking the last one then, because somebody said he has not presented either. But it appears it's only one person now. And this presenter, as I said, will have to go and work on it. Now, do you have some references? Are you got some references for me? Mr. Presenter. Has he gone? It appears he's not even serious. Now, Ebele Chuku, what was your topic? Ebele Chuku.
Ebele Chuku is here, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
I say, what was your topic? I'm going to your discussion now.
Okay. My topic is what is global conflict? That's one. Then the B part of it is discuss the trends, the nature of global conflict around the world today.
Okay.
Yeah. Then name the
what
types
is global
of
conflict? What is global conflict?
conflict.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. That's my question.
And then, that's question. That's a part of it.
Yes, sir. Then the B part of it is discuss the trends and nature of global conflict around the world today. Does it follow identical? Yes.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are to answer this question now, the question is in B part. One is for you to conceptualize global conflict. Am I right? Now, in a typical examination setting, therefore, every question, you know that it is 20 marks. So the first question, global conflict, by conceptualizing it, may attract 5 marks. Okay? Now, by discussing the trends, 5 marks, but the methods, 5 marks. That gives you 15 marks. All because now you have 5 marks to demonstrate the relationship between this trend, methods, and the conceptualization. Your own discussion, your personal discussion of the whole thing now takes another 5 marks. Now, what that means that how you now apply it to local situations, how you apply the theoretical framework in this domesticated form. So the application you need to demonstrate application. Particularly those of you who are doing your PhD, you have to demonstrate application. Now for masters, when we are marking, your marking scheme is different. Because for marking scheme, for conceptualizing global conflict, it's 10 marks. For looking at the trend, the methods, another 10 marks. But you see that the marking, so your marking scheme is going to be different. Those of you who are doing your masters and then those who are doing PhD, The marking scheme is what will differentiate you. Because at the master's level, the application and analysis of the application is not required. It's the mastery that is required. How you're able to master the concepts, the theories, and so on. So we expect that in trying to bring out the trends and the methods, you must try and identify certain theories that will form the framework for these trends. Okay? I hope you are with me, class.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So when a question like this comes in, you know very well that the marking scheme for masters is going to be different from the marking scheme for PhD holders. And so in the course of your discussing this trend, this method, we want you to associate it within a theoretical framework so that we now know the perspective which you are looking at it. So we are done, except you have a question now. If you have any question on this, let us have it. Do you have any question on this, please?
It's clear, sir.
Okay. No, not you. I'm asking the whole class. It's not about you now.
Okay.
Class, are you clear with this pattern now? What I've explained to you?
Sir, Adam on the line, sir. You were talking about. You said we should first of all introduce the topic before we now go to the body. The theoretical aspect of it. Maybe will there be numbers of scholars we use? Is there minimum or maximum, or we can just cite like one or two, and it's okay for the question, sir?
Now, this question, trying to conceptualize global conflict does not need any background. In an examination situation, it doesn't need a background. You get the point?
Yes, sir.
But yes, but it needs an authority to rely on. What can you conceptualize? What is global conflict? You need to give us one or two authors who said this one said that. Then why are you? What in your own view? What is it? Are you getting the perspective which I'm going?
Yes, sir.
You must answer the first question. What is global conflict? And to answer what is global conflict, you can cite one or two persons, all right? And then you go ahead now. If you cite one or two persons is not enough, you must tell us what you think from that presentation. What do you think it is? We want to have your own perspective of global conflict now, based on the authorities you have cited. So that's the best way to go out of that. Is it clear, please?
It's clear, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sir, please, I have a question. When you say that this kind of question does not need a background, can you throw more light on that? How do you mean does not need a background? Like we don't need to explain what conflict is all about?
But the question is already asking you. No, you don't need it. You see, it is an examination situation now. All right. In an examination situation, it's different for me to ask you to write an assignment. You go straight to the point. What is global conflict? Tell us what global conflict is all about. Cite one or two authorities, then bring out your own perspective. That's all.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Then number B, if I ask you to discuss about the trend, go ahead and start discussing your trend. Cite one or two examples to show, or some cases to show that how the trend looks like. And then the methods. Give us what the methods, how the methods do all about. Cite against of two, 3 cases to demonstrate the method which is being used.
Okay, sir. Following up the question two part of it, when you asked that we should name the types of global conflicts or disputes, we should just name them and start explaining them without
Yes,
any
that's all.
other. Okay.
Yes, yes. Because it is examination situation now. You get the point.
Okay.
It's
Okay. Yes,
different
sir.
from
Yes, sir.
it's different if I'm asked to write an essay and submit.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Now the next question I'm asking: has everybody gotten your paper? Have you made the relevant corrections I said that we said you should do?
I have not collected mine, sir.
I've not collected my own too.
Same here. I've not
Send mine
collected, sir.
too. You have not collected it. You have not sent it back to me.
Who will send it back to you? When you made your presentations, we made the observation. We said go ahead and correct it on the ones you have there.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done all the corrections, sir. I did everything inside it.
I am
Yes,
asking Ebele Chukwu. I'm not asking you. I'm asking the person who presented the first one now. I'm asking her, not you.
Prof, I am yet to collect, sir. I have not
You don't
collected,
need to
sir.
correct them now, madam.
No,
We corrected you. The one you presented, we make corrections on it now.
yes,
You didn't
they've
know the
not given
correction.
it back to us, sir.
Who will give
It's
it back
not
to
been
you?
given. I thought we were
Madam,
waiting
who will give
for
it
the
back to you?
school authority to call us to come collect it.
Who called to come and collect it, madam? Didn't you have your own paper that you presented?
I have my own paper, but we
But
cannot
what?
see the correction that you made if we don't find the one that you corrected.
Madam, that is
Yes,
rubbish.
sir.
That is rubbish
Sorry, sir.
because we made the observation to you. You jotted it down. Your colleagues made observation. I made observation.
Oh, okay.
Then,
Okay, now I understand what you're saying. Okay.
no, don't
You are
understand.
talking about the correction they made during the presentation, not the one you made.
Didn't I reach out my corrections to you?
Okay, Prof, please hold on. Let's be on the same page. You know, when we made our presentations, there were contributions, there were corrections, which I captured. Then we now made submission for you to read through and make your own correction. So the correction I'm waiting for is the one that we submitted to you. Sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
The corrections I made to you, I made my observations to you right away. And I say, put them together.
Yes, sir.
Impute that one. All right?
Yes,
and come
sir.
up with a final draft.
Yes, sir.
That final draft, I said, share it now to every person.
Okay. Understood, Prof. Okay, sir.
So
I will do that.
Give this paper to all members of that class.
Okay, sir. I will
Because
do that,
your
sir.
paper now, your paper defines global conflict. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, Prof.
That your paper gave us some authors who looked at global conflict from different perspectives. Am I right?
That is correct, sir.
Good. You now went ahead to look at the trends. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
and then
sir.
the methodology or other things, the dynamics. You look at all those is now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. So you go ahead and share it with them. Every member must have this paper.
Okay, sir. I will do that right away after the lecture, sir.
Right away, do it right away.
Okay, Prof. Thank you, sir.
Good. Thank you. Please, every person, you must acknowledge you have received this paper. It's very important. Now, Daniel, can I have your own? Let's discuss your own paper now.
Sorry. Okay, sir. Mine is identify and discuss 6 major root causes of global conflict around the world, citing cases to illustrate your analysis.
Identify and discuss what?
6 major root causes
of global conflict, right?
Global conflicts around the world.
Around the world, okay.
Citing cases to illustrate your analysis.
Good. So, you can see that this question is straightforward. I can ask you the question now to identify 6 root causes of global conflict. And then that's the B aspect. Number 2, discuss them while illustrating how they occur around the world. So the question now has 3 major components. 1, the major one is the root causes. Number 2 is for you to give us example of some of the global conflicts that have been caused by those factors you gave. And number 4 is for you to now analyze it, domesticate it, make your own recommendations. So if you have to list the 6 causes, that means that each of the causes, so a cause is 1 mark, which is 6 marks now. Now a discussion of this may take another marks again. Application may take another mark. So it is divided into 3 major segments, this question. Is it clear? Is it clear, class?
Yes, sir, we are with you, sir.
Good. So the major causes, which we are trying to look at, examining the major causes. Now a question may not come straight this like this. It may come in the form of asking a question to examine the major root causes of conflict in the world. All right, citing certain cases. It may come in that way. Okay. Now, have you made relevant corrections about? Except you don't have a question. Is anybody having a question on this root causes of global conflicts?
Sir,
Please, can you say?
Is anybody having any question on these root causes of global conflicts? So you must be able to identify them, you must be able to examine them, you must be able to analyze them and make your recommendations. That's what is this. If there is a question on this one, is going to relate in that light. 3 things: identify it, examine it, and then analyze it, make your recommendations. I hope you are hearing me, class.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't want to repeat myself here. I hope you are getting me. Solomon, I hope you are hearing me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm getting you, sir.
What of Stella?
I'm hearing you, sir.
Good. What did I say, Stella? Can you repeat what I said?
A, identify the root causes of global conflict.
Good.
The B part of it, examine or discuss the global conflict. Then C, analyze them and make your recommendations.
Very good. So anytime you see a question in this slide like this, you are supposed to follow that pattern. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So Daniel, have you circulated your paper to them all?
No, sir. I've done the correction. I'm sorry. I was actually waiting for this. Immediately after this class, I will circulate it on the platform.
So, class, make sure that every person has this paper too. All right? This one that we have discussed it now, make sure you have all those papers. Am I right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So I'll take the last one now. I can afford to take one again. Where is this woman from Kwara? Is it Olua Tosin?
Olua Tosin.
Folashade.
Where Folashade?
Yes, but please, I'm driving, but I can quickly tell you the topic. Because I'm
No, I don't
driving.
want to. No. I don't want you to tell me.
Examine
So
the
when you,
relevance of ADR in resolving to a global conflict. That's the topic.
madam, when you drive
Sir.
finish, we'll talk.
Okay.
Don't worry.
All
When you
right,
drive,
sir.
we want to
Okay,
discuss.
sir.
You need to discuss your paper. So go ahead and
All
drive,
right.
madam. What
Okay,
of
sir.
this woman from Lagos? I have two people from Lagos now.
Oluwatosin, sir.
Oluwatosin, yes.
Yes, sir.
What was your topic?
The role of economic empowerment in sustainable global conflict management.
The role of economic empowerment
in sustaining global conflict management.
Okay. Now, if you are to answer this question now, the question may come in the form of you examine the role of economic empowerment in sustaining global conflict, management. All right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you will examine it or you will discuss it. You may be asked to discuss it. You'll be asked to examine it. It's the same. Now, when you are asked to examine it, what you are supposed to do first and foremost. Yeah? Since it is your paper, what are you supposed to be doing?
I'm supposed to start with because of the exam condition, I can't go into the introduction or the background, but at least I should be able to define the economic empowerment.
Yes.
The conflict management. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you're supposed to define economic empowerment.
Yes, sir.
But don't forget again, as we are defining economic empowerment, you need to cite one or two authorities. All right.
Okay, sir. You
need to give us from the perspective of one or two authorities, and then give us your own view.
Okay, sir.
Please, anytime you are conceptualizing or you are defining a concept, it is important you rely on one or two authorities before you finally give up your own. Yes.
Okay, sir.
The whole class, I hope the whole class is taking note of this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anytime in a concept, please rely on one or two authorities before you give your own perspective. Because this is not on the ground where you just say it's also economic empowerment is AAB and it ends up there. No. Rely on authorities before you now begin to give your own perspective. Please. So yes, I agree with you. The first thing you do in examining this tax is for you to define the concept. So having defined the concept, what are you supposed to do now? Oluwatosin, what are we supposed to be doing?
So after the definition, I'm supposed to identify the link between economic empowerment. Sorry, sir. The link between economic empowerment and sustainable, and also I'm also supposed to define the conflict management.
No. This is examination, it's not AC. That one is out of place.
Okay, sir.
The question is examine the rule. See, don't go out of that.
Okay, sir.
The moment you define,
yes, sir.
The next thing is that what is the role of this economic empowerment on sustaining global conflict management?
Okay, sir.
So the number of roles, you need to look at it. You need to give us not less than 5 roles. You must bring out at least 5 roles. In this your paper, how many roles do you have?
Yeah, I made mention of 3, sir. 5.
Okay. One is what?
Okay, sir. I'm trying. One of the goals is economic empowerment can be a powerful tool to promote peace and stability by providing microfinance services to rural women through the banks.
So that what will happen?
So for them to start small business, they can also have access to financial dependency and also improve their socio-economic status. That is where I cited an example of the Women Empowerment and Protection Program in Nigeria.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me hear you. Second one.
Okay. So I also said it affects the conflicts such as poverty and inequality by providing opportunities for economic participation and growth, which contribute to stable peace and promote community reliance.
Then go ahead.
Also, I can. It also.
Help her? You can see this paper. If you say that there's no how you can get a C in this paper, it will be under average. It will be below average. The moment you start going to this one, you will not get anything out of this, because the main center point, the main thrust of this question is the role of economic empowerment in sustaining global conflict management. That's the major thing. But the way that paper is weak because it didn't bring out the rules more.
Okay, sir.
Yes, and you see the question 2, the one answered by Daniel, will actually help you to answer this, because economic empowerment, you need for you to bring out the role of economic empowerment on sustaining global conflict management is you have to know the causes of global conflict. If global conflict is being entrenched and accelerated by poverty, then you can see, okay, since it's being accelerated by poverty, then economic empowerment will now empower people so that they can be above poverty line. So you must relate even the role with peace management, with global peace management. So you have issue of empowerment because people are being empowered through economic activities and they have food on their table. So the idea of them becoming conflict merchants will not be there. All right. Number 2, when people are engaged, all right. When people are engaged, it means that they'll be engaged, and then every engagement is in trend on what? On justice for all, equality. And if everybody is equal through empowerment, it means that conflict will not arise, and so it will resolve the conflict. Number 3, people become political talks because they don't have job. So when they have this job, it means global political conflicts will be reduced. Number 3, trauma. People become traumatic on account of what? Hunger. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So when there's hunger, that means that's the beginning of conflict now. Many people become displaced because of hunger, because they move about in search of food. But when there's empowerment, that one will halt even movement of people in search of food and other things. So you should be able to analyze this rule very well. Bring the rules very well and add it. Please, that your paper should not have less than 5 rules, please.
5 rules. I will do that, sir.
So do that and circulate to others. So do that and circulate to others.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Class.
Prof.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I hope we are okay now.
Yes, Prof.
Thank you very much.
I've taken for 3 people now. So
Yes.
what you need to be doing during this time, use the remaining 1 hour to make sure you have these 3 papers. All right. I've given you the guideline. So use it now to use the remaining 1 hour. Make sure you circulate these 3 papers among yourself. You must not leave this class without having 3 papers.
Okay, Prof.
All of you.
Yes, okay, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
So
I
that
want to
next
ask a
time,
question, sir.
go ahead and ask the question.
Sir, are we supposed to send all the papers or the points that you have just analyzed for us now, or you want me to send all the papers to the group?
That's the question I'm saying now. You send your own to other people, circulate it to them. You collect the other people's own too. Because at the end of the day, see, class, at the end of the day, it is these your papers that will form your exam, that will make up your exams. I hope you know that very well. That's why I'm bringing out all these questions. I'm bringing them on your exams from those your presentations. So they will be the ones that you read for your exams. Nothing more than that. I'm not going to set up any question on those areas that I gave you. I gave you notes or whether to lecture. No. Hello. Yeah. What? That's good. Okay. Now syndicate room. Now someone.
Hello.
Now syndicate room. Someone.
Okay.
I hope you're understanding me.
Yes, sir. But, sir,
Yeah.
I want to say, for those that you have already made corrections in their papers, we have made contribution, and
Yes.
it was not used as sample for answering questions. They are still supposed to send their papers so that we all have it and we start studying.
All the same, because I want this three to get to you first.
Okay, sir. My own is ready. I've effected all the corrections, so I will send it
Fine.
immediately now. Yes, sir.
Which one is your own? Which one is your own?
Identify the 6 root causes of
Root
major
causes.
conflicts.
All right.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So that's okay. You can circulate your own. What are the one with global conflict? The trends and methods of global conflict. Is that Belechiku?
Yes, sir. I will do that. But the challenge I'm having is that the platform will have its general platform for MSc and PC education. How do I get it across to the PhDs? I'm not sure if that the same platform with us.
This class, see.
It's the same platform.
No, every person should forward his own number to you so that you forward it to him direct. Not any platform, please.
Okay. Or should we share to Naomi
But,
to send it?
no. Sir, we have a common platform where all those doing peace education are in that platform. This very platform we have a platform for peace education. So let us just drop it on that platform. We will print it from there.
Okay.
All right. So since you have a common platform, you can drop it there.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Prof.
Why I want to take this three? Because I have given you the pattern to which I want the discussion to be. So that you cannot look at it. If it does not follow that pattern, you cannot beef it up. Okay? So that in our next lecture, we'll not look at the other three, then we'll beef it up and then you download it for you. So that you know exactly how to beef up those papers. Am I clear, class?
Yes, Prof.
Good. So how many more papers do you still have that we have not discussed them at tutorial level, syndicate level?
It will remain 3. There are many papers.
There are many.
I think the papers are about, is it 10 or 11?
10 or 11.
But there are about 10 or 11 papers.
Okay. So for every paper you expect, you're going to expect a question from that area. So we will be taking them one by one. I think we took 3 papers today, right? So
Yes, Prof.
yes, next week we'll take another 3 or 4. But I'm hoping that those of you who present their own for discussion, it will be faster this time around, because at least we've gotten the pattern to which we are taking the discussion.
Okay, Prof. Mine is ready if you are taking another one today.
You want me to take another one today? I have a lot of things to do.
Okay,
okay, let me take your own. Okay, let me have your own. Let me have, so that let me know that I have 4. But 10 minutes, please.
Okay, Prof.
Can you read it out?
Okay. My topic was, what are the basic principles of conflict analysis?
Basic principles
Do you
of
think
what?
they will give insight into global conflicts?
Basic principles of what?
Global analysis, global conflict. What are the basic principles of conflict analysis? Basic principles of conflict analysis.
Okay.
Then the B part, do you think they will give insight to global conflicts?
Okay. Will that give you insight into global conflicts?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, Prof.
All right. So basically here, conflict analysis has a basic principle. Whether it is local conflict, whether it is global conflict, whether it is intra-group conflict, whether identity-based conflict, there's basic principles underlying those conflicts. And so we are saying that, can these basic conflicts now, can these principles of conflict analysis now, can they give you insight into global conflict when you're discussing global conflict? In other words, we are asking you to look at examine the role of principles of conflict analysis in understanding global conflict. That's all that question is trying to say. Examine the role of conflict analysis. All right.
The principles
examine
of
the role
conflict
of
analysis.
examine the role of the principles of conflict analysis in what? In understanding global conflict. That's all we're trying to ask here. So when you break it this way, it means that when you are addressing this issue, what is the basic thing you're supposed to do here? Let me ask Ebelechuku first.
Yes, sir.
What are we supposed to do here?
I think the first approach is maybe to break down to identify the basic principles.
Yes.
Of global conflict. Yes,
not
sir.
only to identify, but to discuss them.
Yes, to break it down, sir.
Yes, breaking it down, identify it, yes, I'm right. Then you discuss it, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, the author, what did you do?
Yes, sir, I did that. I did that. I first of all started by defining the concept of the conflict analysis.
Good. What is conflict analysis?
Yes, the conflict analysis. Then I look at some literature related to that concept of conflict analysis.
Okay.
Then I identify the basic principles and discuss them.
Okay, how many principles did you identify?
I identified 7, sir.
Okay, 7 principles. All right.
Yes.
Thereafter, what did you look at it? Did those principles as relate to global conflict, to the understanding of global conflict?
Yes, I looked at them with the conflict related to it. The conflict, I mean the theories related to these principles.
Okay. Did you apply it to global conflict now? How do they enhance understanding global conflict? Did you apply that?
Yes, with the theories now, with the principles now, they give insight to understanding global conflict, because that will be able to know the root causes of the conflicts and to know how to resolve them.
Good. So from this tax now, you find that we have about 4 activities here, which I want the class to note. We have 4 activities here under this assignment. One is that we need to answer the question: what is what is conflict analysis? Which he rightly pointed out. What is conflict analysis? You need to define that one first. And then number 2, tax. You need to look at the basic discuss the basic principles of global conflict, of conflict analysis, sorry. That's number 2, tax. But I would have loved that in discussing this one, it's important for you to go to number 3, and then just like he brought out the theories. When you discuss the principles align themselves with the theories.
Yes.
So you must align these principles with the theories.
Yes.
All right. And then the last one is you now need to take each of the principles and see how they contribute in understanding global conflict. So it is important for you to tell us what global conflict is all about, and then how these principles are understanding you to understand global conflict. So tell us what global conflict is all about and how these principles are helping you to understand global conflict. Now, Otto, did you reflect it from this angle?
Yes, Prof.
Good. So if you have done this one, please circulate it to the common platform for people to print it. Please, everybody must print hard copy. Yes, I want to see you printing hard copy for yourself. In our next lecture, I want to see everybody having 4 of these hard copies. One on the issue of what is global conflict and the trends and methods of global conflict. You discussed that. Number 2, the 6 root causes of global conflict around the world. Number 3, the role of economic empowerment in what is sustaining global conflict management. And number 4, the basic principles of conflict analysis and how they provide insight to global conflicts. You must have hard copies of this apart from the soft one you have. Have these hard copies before you.
Okay, Prof.
Am I clear, please?
Yes, Prof. We will.
So, please, I expect to see that from you before our next lecture.
Okay, Prof.
Yes.
Yes, Prof. We'll do that.
Okay. So thank you so much for your contributions. At least we are beginning to understand how our exams will come up, isn't it?
Yes, Prof.
Good. This is how our examinations. We are trying to tailor you towards the pattern of our examinations. That's how examination will come in. And I said, it is all these your papers that questions will be drawn from it.
Okay, Prof.
So don't neglect another person's paper. All those papers are relevant to you. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Prof.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Prof.
So I wish you a happy weekend.
Thank you, Prof. Wish you same. Enjoy the weather of Jos.
Thank you very much. I enjoy the weather of your locality.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. Hello?